Alright guys, yeah, this is the Who Reviewer here again. Yeah, I was supposed to do a review for the first episode, the pilot episode of the new series Doctor Who, but I completely well, no, I didn't forget, actually, I had no time. So, I would have, but as I said, I didn't have any time, so I couldn't. And let me just try and mute this crap music. Oh yeah, I'm in the middle of playing Rocket League. Just having a break while I do this. Yeah, so just to quickly summarise, last week's episode of Doctor Who was really good. I gave it an 8 out of 10 personally. I think it was a great introduction to Bill as a companion. I'd say, yeah, I think the pilot, the girl Heather, was really good, really well played, really creepy. Credit to Steve Moffat's writing. It's proof that he can actually occasionally write some really good episodes, like he used to back between series 1 and 4, when he was writing some brilliant stuff before he became showrunner. But now that he seems to deviate from the horror theme, and except for this episode, it had some horror there. Now it's sort of deviating from what he's good at, which is writing the more creepier stuff, and he's writing different things. His writing just gone to pot a large portion of the time. But this episode, Smile, it surprised me because it's written by Frank Cottrell Boyce, I think it is, and the last episode he wrote is In the Forest of the Night, and that episode, to be honest, it was pretty shit, wasn't it? But this one, now, actually, the idea originally seemed like it wouldn't be that good, these emoji bots, and I think the trailers didn't really do it justice, to be honest. You know, the trailers were all saying, "Oh, it speaks emoji," and then loads of like happy faces and stuff, and the episode did have that much more light-hearted theme, being, you know, filmed in Spain with all the, you know, the really bright sky and everything, a clear sky and the bright sun and everything, and it was had a much more light-hearted look to it, but it really had this dark undertone going on of, like, you know, people actually being grinded literally into fertilizer, which was quite a dark idea, really, especially for Doctor Who when you think about it. Like, think about what was really happening there. It could have been very violent. They could have easily made it really violent, like a lot of Doctor Who, to be honest. But it at the end of the day, the episode originally didn't seem very good, but what really made this episode good was just the dynamic between Peter Capaldi and Pearl Mackie. It goes to show that sometimes, like, a companion that doesn't always look that great. I really wasn't that. I really thought that Bill was really annoying in that preview they showed last year, ironically in the middle of Match of the Day. But then it goes to show that sometimes the chemistry between the main characters can be what makes a companion that otherwise wouldn't be that good really good. Like with Clara, I always thought Clara had good chemistry with Matt Smith. Her with Matt Smith was really good, but as soon as Peter Capaldi came along, there was still that little bit of chemistry there with them, but it felt much more forced than with Matt Smith. With Matt Smith, there was just this much more natural. They were just firing lines off each other all the time, and it was great. But then Peter Capaldi, just not as good. But now I think Pearl Mackie will be remembered as more like Peter Capaldi's companion, whereas Clara seemed to me to be Matt Smith's one. Well, I know Amy was Matt Smith's main one, but Clara was, to me, Matt Smith's second companion. But with Peter Capaldi, just not as good. It's a shame, to be honest, that the only companion that was in Peter Capaldi's tenure for any lengthy period of time was Clara, and she was not a very good companion with Capaldi, in my opinion. But now Pearl Mackie, in my opinion, is turned that around. In the first episode, I was thinking, yeah, she's all right, but this second episode, I was sold on her as a companion. The fact that the entire episode was literally just the Doctor and Bill, just them two talking for the whole episode, practically. First of all, it doesn't sound very good. You're thinking it was just these two people just walking around talking for like the entire episode, but that's what made it good, because it developed Bill's character, and it made her personality a key part of the show. And that is, as I said, what sold Bill to me. And the fact that Matt Lucas wasn't in the episode at all. He was, but it was sort of like an outro to the last episode. But the fact that he wasn't really in the bulk of the episode was a really good move. And the fact that, by the looks of it, he won't be in the next episode is another good move, because whilst I don't mind Nardole, I mean, admittedly, it seems like he was forced into the show, but I've never really minded him. But I think that now that they've actually visibly sort of given him a couple of episodes break to develop Bill, was a really good move from Stephen Moffat's part, in my opinion. And I really look forward to the next episode. Overall, this episode, personally, I would probably give it a 6.5 to 7, which is above average. I'd say good. Not great, good. It was the only... As I said, the idea of the emoji bots seems rubbish, but it was that dark undertone which really saved it, along with Bill. Those two things, in my opinion, is what made the episode a good surprise. Yeah, I'll be reviewing next week's episode, and hopefully, I really hope that it'll be... well, it's Sarah Dollard that writes the next episode, Thin Ice, and she wrote Face the Raven, which, in my opinion, was one of the highlights of Series 9, so I'm really hoping she can deliver another really good episode. And it will definitely have started Series 10, Peter Capaldi's last series, on a really strong note. The first episode, very good. The second episode, good. And if episode 3 is good, I think Series 10 will already have been a pretty good season, even if the rest of them aren't as good. So, because the first 3 have been very, I'd say, pleasantly, a pleasant surprise, in my opinion. So yes, hopefully I'll be reviewing next week's episode. I apologise for not reviewing the first episode, but I had loads of stuff going on. So thank you all for watching. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next week. This is the Who Reviewer signing out. Thanks for watching.